Several people have been killed and injured in what police are calling a serious firearms incident in Plymouth. Local residents in Keyham are said to have heard loud bangs and gunshots when emergency services, including hazardous area response teams, arrived on site. The police have issued the following statement. Police were called to a serious firearms incident in Biddick Drive in the Keyham area of Plymouth at around 6:10 p.m. today. Officers and ambulance staff attended. There have been a number of fatalities at the scene and several other casualties are receiving treatment. A critical incident has been declared. The area has been cordoned off and police believe the situation is contained. We are appealing to the public not to speculate or share pictures of the scene on social media or anywhere else. The Home Secretary, Priti Patel, has tweeted, "The incident in Plymouth is shocking and my thoughts are with those affected. I've spoken to the Chief Constable and offered my full support. I urge everyone to remain calm, follow police advice and allow our emergency services to get on with their jobs." Well, let's speak to Sky's Christine Megson now, who's at the scene. Christine, tell us exactly what you can see.
Suburb of Bristol, of Plymouth, there are just flashing blue police lights and a police cordon, 3 officers standing on the cordon. Looking further down the road, I can see 2 more police cars, and I understand there's a police troop carrier further down the road. But yes, all very quiet indeed. We've spoken to some eyewitnesses here on the street who said that they heard a loud bang similar to a car backfiring just after 6:15 here this evening. Obviously, there's been a great deal of speculation on social media, but it seems from local reports that this just may be a tragic domestic incident. Police obviously not giving us any further updates at this point.
And have people been cleared from the streets as far as you can tell?
There's no official, there's a police line cordoning off the actual road where the incident took place. But we're standing in the surrounding streets, which are incredibly quiet, and everybody's in their homes. There's nobody on the street. It's very, very quiet indeed. It's eerily quiet, in fact.
OK, for the moment, thank you. Thanks for bringing that to us. Let's speak now to our Home Affairs correspondent, Mark White, who's also following events. What are your sources telling you, Mark?
Well, nothing as yet on the potential cause or reason behind this very serious firearms incident. But what sources are telling me is that at this stage, they are not treating it as a terrorist-related incident. There is no information to point to any terrorist motivation, but clearly a very significant incident that unfolded just after 6 o'clock in the evening in this area of Plymouth, to the north of Plymouth, in a road called Biddick Drive that the emergency services were called to reports of a shooting incident. And we heard there from Christine about eyewitnesses reporting multiple gunshots. There are a number of people reporting the same, and clearly that is borne out by the interim preliminary casualty figures that are coming through from the emergency services, with the police confirming a number of fatalities and a number of people being treated for injuries as well. Now, a source is telling me that the number of fatalities could be as high as 5. A slight caveat to that, as always, in the early stages of an incident like this, the numbers can be a bit fluid. But it's possible they believe that up to 5 people may have been killed in this incident, including the gunman, we're told, who was shot. Now, we don't know at this stage whether that gunman was shot and died of self-inflicted injuries or whether they were involved in a police-involved shooting. But of course, Devon and Cornwall armed response units were very quickly on scene. They will always be called to a firearms incident, will be the ones who push forward trying to deal with any threat that's out there before they can then allow the other emergency services in to deal with the casualties on the ground. And a significant number, of course, of casualties, with the Southwestern Ambulance Service confirming to us that they deployed at 12 minutes past 6 in the evening. They sent their hazardous area response teams, those HEART teams. Now, these are the paramedics that have specialist top-tier training to be able to deal with the most serious of incidents. They attended, along with a number of doctors, paramedic vehicles, of course, and a number of air ambulances as well. Lots of other police that were there, non-armed officers who couldn't push forward until the scene was declared safe. We're told by Devon and Cornwall Constabulary that they have the situation contained now, so believing that they have neutralised the threat. But of course, they still have a very active crime scene. And although it was very quiet where Christine was, that's only because when the police get control of a situation, they push the cordon further and further back. So the activity in terms of the immediate crime scenes around Biddick Drive is very busy indeed, with lots of forensic teams there, lots of police, including armed police, still around that area, piecing together the exact circumstances of what happened. But the Home Secretary tonight describing it as a very shocking sequence of events and allowing and appealing to the public to allow the emergency services to get on with their very vital work.
OK, Mark, for the moment, thank you.